I'm on to you, world. I'm on to you. I don't think I'm not seeing what's going on here. Okay? Anytime jewelry's around, we got attempted heist. We saw it in France. Priceless jewelry. Robbed. Taken. Who knows where they went? And tonight, in Oklahoma City, with championship jewelry present, the Oklahoma City Thunder were almost robbed of a ring night victory. But luckily, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander woke up. Luckily, Chet Holmgren absolutely dominated, especially in that first half. Luckily, Cason Wallace, I go to war for Cason Wallace. And they survived a ring night robbery. This is Hoopslow with Tyler DeLuca, and goodness gracious, what a game. I just got back from opening night in Oklahoma City. First off, what a storyline of a game. Let's start with the timeout. I mean, it should have been called. Hello? It should have been called. Like, I mean, there's no if, ands, buts. No. The timeout should have been called. The Oklahoma City Thunder were almost robbed of a victory. This should not have gone into double overtime. But man, it made it a little bit sweeter, didn't it? Ball don't lie. Scoreboard don't lie. It didn't lie. It didn't lie one bit. And then we got to see Kevin Durant foul out. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Look, there was talk. I'd seen stuff on Twitter. I'd seen stuff on, on NBA content I consume. Was OKC gonna boo KD? Absolutely, we were. And I'm not even like that deep into it anymore. My wounds have healed. We won a ring. Like I truly, like it doesn't. It's not there anymore the way it used to be for me. Maybe I'm not a good enough hater the way that I should be, but it's not there in the way that it is for a lot of people. But tonight, seeing that timeout go uncalled, seeing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander call the ISO on Kevin Durant, leading to him fouling out, leading to the free throws that would eventually lead to an Oklahoma City Thunder win. Oh, buddy, was it? Ooh, it was great. It was great. I mean, let's dive into more of the specifics on the actual game here. First off, Chet Holmgren, I mentioned, buddy. There's been understandable concern, right, with some of the injuries, and can he get back to the smoothness and the offensive production that we had seen and projected with Chet Holmgren? Yes. The answer is yes. Oh my goodness. What a dominant game, especially again that first half. 11 of 17 for 28 points. I mean, just genuinely showing exactly what you wanted to see, especially on a night notably where Jalen Williams is not in the lineup for Oklahoma City, still recovering from that wrist surgery that he played through in the playoffs. This is a night where Oklahoma City shoots a whole bunch of threes and missed a heavy majority of them. 13 of 52. So you have horrible shooting from three. You have no Jalen Williams. You have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who just was not making his presence felt whatsoever in that first half. And there's a variable of reasons, something to do with what the Houston Rockets were doing defensively. And he was kind of giving into what that was happening. Obviously, ended the night with 35 points. He woke up. Never a doubt, right? Cason Wallace, every point that he had just felt absolutely monumental in this game. I mean, he also had, 4 steals? 4 steals, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. He's just there. He's there. In the starting lineup instead of J-Dub, he's there. That's what makes Oklahoma City so dangerous, right? Is the depth. That's one of the biggest reasons why they just won an NBA championship. That's one of the biggest reasons why they just hung a banner tonight. AJ Mitchell, who had the injuries last year, was kind of tagged as someone for me that with J-Dub out would be a someone that's going to have to step up in terms of playmaking, in terms of having the ball in their hands. And I tweeted it out that I had manifested the masterclass of AJ Mitchell, and we got it tonight. 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field. Just did exactly what you needed. Had some major threes, 3 of 6 from 3. Again, in a night where OKC could not find many. Cason and AJ Mitchell were the two that really were able to kind of get rolling from 3 in that way. But can I just be honest? I was getting Vietnam flashbacks. to the Denver Nuggets playoff series with the way Şengün was playing tonight. 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, 12 of 24, 5 of 8 from 3. 5 of 8 from 3. That's new. Sick. That's terrifying. I was getting Jokic PTSD, just to put it frank. It was insane. It was just the sense of inevitability, right? That like no matter what you do, you can't stop what this guy is gonna do. And this is obviously a phenomenal Oklahoma City defense, right? Down J-Dub, but still a phenomenal Oklahoma City defense. And Şengün was just getting absolutely everything that he wanted, and buddy, it was terrifying. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't. Every time he got the ball, I assumed it was going in. But let's talk about the Houston Rockets. Obviously, new look, right? Kevin Durant, 23 points, but went ghost in the fourth quarter and into the overtimes. And that is, frankly, not a winning recipe for Houston. The offense, there was a lot of times, and I mean this not in Houston got lucky, but as more of a compliment to Houston. There were times where Oklahoma City was able to get a lot of ball pressure high up on the arc and closer to the half court line a lot of times, the 3-point line, and they just kind of made it work. Part of that was just Şengün just being phenomenal. Also, a lot of that was Kevin Durant touching the ball. And Kevin Durant being KD. That's what he does. He's phenomenal. He's one of the greatest basketball players we've ever seen. So, to have him go that long with 3, 4, 5 shot attempts for the fourth quarter and both overtimes is inexcusable. You simply cannot have that. I did think Amen Thompson was patient. 0-7 from 3 is not great. But I thought a lot of the driving he was doing, obviously this guy is a ridiculous athlete, right? I mean, that's no secret, right? A lot of the drives, they were patient. They worked. I was interested in how the turnovers would look in this game. And Oklahoma City won that battle by 10, 21-11. And I think that's a big part of this. Because there was a couple times when Oklahoma City would kind of claw back into it. And then Houston would get it back up to 6 to 8 point lead. Claw back up, go back to the lead. It was the turnovers to me that really solidified Oklahoma City getting all the way back into this game and being able to force those, right? And I mean, look, they had their own advantages too. Houston did. Obviously, the rebounding is absolutely ridiculous in Houston. Steven Adams was all over the boards. Same with Şengün. 13 for Adams, 11 for Şengün. An overall rebound margin of 51-39. Like, that's what Houston does, right? And that's also part of why the offense was working, was because when they did miss and the shot making wasn't there in the way that they wanted to, they got rebounds. And it was a big deal. It was a massive deal. You got 16 offensive rebounds in this game. Obviously, so it's a little bit skewed with the double overtime, but still, 16 offensive rebounds is no joke. I do think ultimately when I'm looking at this team and where they go, I go to the guard spot. Obviously, Fred VanVleet out, injured, and you have Reed Shepherd, who is someone that you're going to need to step up, someone that you're going to need to space the floor and hit some shots. And the defensive side of the ball was a worry tonight, to put it lightly. It was a struggle, and I don't know how you improve that. I don't know how you improve that. And so on a night that to me could have become a genuine arrival type win for Houston. Obviously, we're overreacting. This is game 1, but I mean, you're going into the defending champs' house on re-night. You have all the KD of this all. And you have this game in your hands. And you let it slip away. And for a team that is new look, that is trying something very new with the tall lineup that they have and trying to do something new and not have that kind of go-to point guard in that way or just facilitator in that way. It looked clunky at times. It looked good at times. I'm just intrigued more than anything. The zone worked really well against OKC. That's part of what was. I mean, they threw so many bodies at Shea over the course of the night, and it led to a lot of stagnant threes throughout the game for Oklahoma City. I mean, again, they shot 52 threes. OKC did, and when you're not hitting them, you're not really forcing anyone out of the zone, right? Shea goes 1 of 9. Lou Dort 0 for 8, 0 for 4 for Jay Will, 2 of 6 for Caruso, 2 of 5 for Aaron Wiggins, right? I mean, like there's a lot. 2 of 5 from Chet, not bad, but nobody was torching them in that way to get out of the zone And that was problematic for a lot of the time for OKC's offense. And then they kind of started going to that free throw line, flashing at the free throw line, whether it was Caruso, whether it was Hartenstein, whether it was Chet, and kind of working their way through there. And it started functioning a little bit better. But again, I mean, ultimately, they should have called the timeout. It should have been a technical foul, and this should have been over with 2 free throws. But hey, ultimately, more than anything, ball don't lie. I'm Tyler DeLuca, and this is Hoopsla.